and Velvet Kisses, Tooth on the Rocks qualifier. So they're moving up on the inside, Nickalong Henry. Then we've got Anne of Cleves, Hall Star, Lucy Rose, Tooth on the Rocks, Velvet Kisses, 10 Crystals, and Nickalong Henry on the second line. Here we go. Set. And off they go. Green light flashes, and coming out okay on the inside was Gonna Collide, but he didn't come out as well as out of the two slot. There did Anne of Cleves, and Anne of Cleves is going to go and lead from Gonna Collide. Racing to third there, Lucy Rose. They were followed by Nickalong Henry. The next one going around the outside there would have been Tooth on the Rocks. The lead time 8 seconds neat. And then back in behind them would have been on the outside there, Velvet Kisses, Hall Star, and 10 Crystals as last as they turn into the straight for the first time. And they settle it down, and doing his own thing out in front is Nathan Hurst on Anne of Cleves. Now, Anne of Cleves is the leader. Now, back on the inside, Gonna Collide is second. On his outside there was Tooth on the Rocks. Running fourth back on the pegs there would have been Lucy Rose. They were then followed outside it, Velvet Kisses. The next one there in turn back on the pegs as they come back into view there was Nickalong Henry. Hall Star going around him, and the last one there would have been 10 Crystals. 30.3 and 31.8 were the sectionals as they run down the back to where they started. And the leader is Anne of Cleves. Going up to him on the outside there now would have been Tooth on the Rocks. They were followed back on the pegs, Gonna Collide. Going around them, but there on the outside there would have been Velvet Kisses. Now making a very quick run right around 3 and 4 deep, there would have been Hall Star. Back on the pegs, Lucy Rose. Behind him was Nickalong Henry. Going backwards through them very quickly, Tooth on the Rocks, and now starting to go forward was 10 Crystals. 29 runners, they turn around the corner now and they're about to straighten up, and it's still Anne of Cleves. He hasn't let it go yet. Gonna Collide second, Hall Star racing up to him on the outside. They were then followed by Velvet Kisses, Lucy Rose, then came Nickalong Henry. They were followed by 10 Crystals, but it's still Anne of Cleves. It's going to do it easily, Anne of Cleves. It's going to lead all the way. It's going to be tight for second. I reckon Hall Star, the outside, might have just got there in front of Gonna Collide. They were followed in then by the next one was Lucy Rose. Then the next one in behind them would have been that looks to be 10 Crystals. They were then followed by Velvet Kisses, Nickalong Henry, and Tooth on the Rocks dropped out coming around the home corner. Tails for trial number 2.